Hi, welcome to the Gear Garage. I'm Zach. This is my little internet show about whitewater stuff. And in today's episode, I want to do a quick review, first impressions of the Palm Nevis PFD. I just got my hands on one of these things, and it's pretty cool. And, you know, I paddle with an Astro Green Jacket for a long time, so I'll be comparing the two of them. This has sort of been the gold standard for a long time for almost everybody. And so this jacket's similar and different in some ways, so I'll be doing a bit of comparison, but I'm excited to tell you what I think about this one. And it's important to know there's some different perspectives for what a PFD is for. There's like class 5 kayakers, right? People that are doing gnarly stuff all the time. They need maximum mobility when they paddle. That's sort of what the green jacket's been designed for. And I sort of feel like that's what this is designed for too. What happens is, like, all the best PFDs are designed for this hard whitewater kayaking, but then we use them for rafting and we use them for raft guiding because they look cool, they're durable, they're technical. And quite honestly, a lot of them, the PFDs that are designed for rafting are like kind of dorky. I don't know how to say it. They're just like, they don't have good pockets. They just don't look cool. And so most of us are using these kind of vests. And so I want to talk about the application for me and for my uses, which are mainly like class 4 kayaking, some kayak guiding, and also raft guiding. So first of all, this jacket has tons of cool pockets. It has the front pocket, like the, we'll talk about this in a second. This front pocket, kind of like the Astro Green Jacket has. It kind of comes down, you can, you know, put your camera on it, you can put a sandwich there, whatever you want to do. You have a little shelf, and there's room just for quick access stuff. And for me, I use this for stuff I get to it during the day. Maybe it's a camera, maybe it's a snack, maybe I put trash in here or whatever. But like, this pocket's important to PFDs, and I feel like all modern PFDs going forward will probably have a pocket like this. This one's designed to have little places to put your carabiners and put your knife and just other stuff. And it zips up the same as the Astro one. My one worry, I have two worries. One, this is a small zipper. Astro got it right. They put if you can see it here in the video, they have a big old like industrial zipper here, right? This is a pocket we're getting in and out of all the time. And so this little zipper, you know, is harder to close, but also you don't want it to fail. You don't want to be sitting above an eddy, putting your camera, sitting above a big rapid, in an eddy, putting your camera away, and have this zipper break. And I've had that happen before on different PFDs, so I would like to them use a bigger zipper. But also this piece of fabric they use to keep, it's catching again. Yep, this piece of fabric they use to kind of make this into a table catches a lot. Whether you're opening or closing your PFD, it keeps catching. It's catching now right here. And so I wish they hadn't also used that fabric. So this pocket's good. It could be a lot better. I'm also, as I'm opening it, hitting these little plastic things. I'm not sure what these plastic things are for, to be honest with you. First of all, I've had this PFD, I've paddled it 2 days. They're both already broken, so they're not very durable, but I just don't have any idea what these plastic things are for. So I don't mean to be negative, I'm finding the negative stuff right away. I'm thinking maybe it's for if you wear a tether, right? But you don't want to have your tether attached to a permanent part of the PFD. You want this releasable, so I don't think that's what this is for. There's also not a releasable thing in the front if you're using a tether, so I don't think this PFD can be used with a tether, which some of you that are guides or safety kayakers, or if you're, I don't know, a Swiftwater professional that feels like you need a tether, this may not be the PFD for you because there's nothing to release it in the front. So for me, I'm just gonna pull these things off. But beyond this pocket, there's all kinds of cool pockets in this PFD. And my favorite part of this thing are the pockets. First of all, I'll go to these ones first. There's some cool Velcro pockets right here. I mean, you can just use these to walk around like with your hands in your pocket to stay warm if you want. Or you can stick a map in there, or you can stick a candy bar in there. They're Velcro, so they're not 100% for keeping stuff in, so I wouldn't put your wallet in there. But for that kind of stuff, there's these zipper pockets right behind it, and it goes all the way through. I'm touching my hands right now. I mean, you could fit a shoe in there easily, right? And for me, this could also keep my hands warm, but also I'm putting my flip line in here. This is nice, easy access for a flip line. When I wear the Astro Green Jacket, I store my flip line in these side pockets that are actually towards the back. So if I want to get to my green jacket, my flip line, I have to, first of all, have been doing yoga for the past month. You have to reach around, undo that zipper, pull it out and get to it, which is a little tricky. Whereas this, you just undo the zipper from either side and pull it right out and go. So I'm pretty stoked on this pocket right here that has tons of room. And if you wanted to carry like, you know, all kinds of gear, you could in there. Also, there's a little pocket right here, right in front, that's Velcro as well. So you could put your camera in there. A great place for a map. I can't tell you the number of times I wish I had a place on PFD for a map, and it's just right there. And also, in the back of this PFD, like right in here, there's another Velcro pouch. It's not on this PFD, but in this one, there's a Velcro pouch for a big open spot behind you that you could put something larger. And Palm has come up with a cool video about this PFD. I'll put the link to their video in it below. They put a SAM split back there. So that might be a good place to put a first aid kit, stuff you don't need very often, you know, like a CPR mask maybe you could go back there, all kinds of stuff. So the thing I love about this are the pockets. It just has lots of room for things. If you want to carry all kinds of safety equipment or just stuff during the day, it's great. Finally, there's for the knife, they put a little knife pouch here. I'm not exactly sure how this pouch is supposed to work. I think if it uses a sheath knife, I'm not sure how it keeps the sheath knife in there, but I don't know. There's also a little thing right here you can attach your knife to externally. So this could be for if you're using it with I like to use my little foldable knife. You can put your foldable knife in there. I feel like you have pretty good access to it, although you can't get to it with one hand. And I feel like in here even, I can get to it with one hand. I can, you know, I usually leave my zippers up top. I can unzip this, get to this with one hand, boom. Whereas in here, it's a little tough to get out of. So I'm not exactly sure how this knife pouch works, but maybe somebody will comment and tell me how brilliant it is. So that's the pockets. I'm a huge fan. The other thing I'm a huge fan of is just how this thing is super easy to put on and adjust. The green jacket has 3 things you have to do every time to tighten it up. This one only has 1 at the bottom. So to put it on, you put it over your head, just tighten this one thing, which for me as a raft guide is great. I think having the 3 adjustments is really good if you want like the perfect fit. For me, fit's important, but also as a raft guide, I'm taking my PFD off and on quite a bit during the day. And so to just have to tighten up one thing is super cool. And it actually feels super comfortable with just that one adjustment. So I like that. Also, another thing I've always, for me putting on a rescue vest all the time on a regular basis, having to re-thread this every time is always kind of annoying to me, right? And I always worry that if I re-thread it every single time, I might make a mistake in the re-threading. And also, another issue is sometimes I wear this PFD with a dry suit, sometimes with a dry top, sometimes with nothing. And the length of the tail changes with what I'm wearing or how fat I'm getting, right? If I put on 10 pounds, this tail changes. And this tail needs to be short for releasability. And I'm not gonna go into that, but just for safety's sake, you really want this thing to be, you know, this seems a little short to me, but this is the manufacturer's recommendation. And the cool thing, anyway, the cool thing about this is it gets tightened in the back. And this is set permanently, and then when you put it on, every time you just pull this strap, or to get it off, you just undo it like this. So for me, for just like ease of use, to make sure this is set right, I am super stoked on this system. So there's some really awesome things about this PFD. Finally, it has more flotation than the green jacket, and most PFDs. The extra large version has 18 pounds. The Astro one has 16 and a half, and that's when it's new. And so I'm just a fan of a little bit of extra flotation. What you give up is mobility. This thing's a little bit bulky here, so when I'm kayaking, my arms kind of hit it. It's not a big deal. As a raft guide, it's not a problem. Like I don't mind that bulk there. It's actually a protection if an oar was to hit me. It's nice to have that much protection up in the front. So I'm super stoked on the design, the simplicity, how easy it is to put on, and all the pockets. Now I think when I think about what I'm going to use this for, I enjoy kayaking with it. I had a good time paddling with it. It's a cool jacket for kayaking. I'm into it. I think for raft guiding, that's what I'm most excited about. Again, because I can store tons of things in it. Easy to put on, easy to put off. For kayaking, I'm probably going to continue to use the green jacket. And the reasons are, one, it's just like very durable. It's a little bit more mobility with it, but also this pocket. I just use this pocket so much kayaking, and I want to get into it quickly and out of it quickly. Like I said, above a rapid and eddy, I'm taking a photo or something. I'm a little bit worried about this pocket getting jammed again, and I'm worried about the zipper breaking. So, you know, if Palm was to fix the zipper, I'd probably use this one for kayaking as well. So those are my quick thoughts after just using it a few days. It's been really fun to paddle in it. It looks super cool, so I feel really cool when I'm out there wearing it. If you have thoughts, if there's something I said that's wrong or you want clarification on, please add comments in the comment section below. This is just my first impressions. I'm not like an expert in PFDs. These are just my thoughts as a user. So please correct me or please add your thoughts. If you have questions about it, add comments in the comment section below. And yeah, that's all for this episode. See you next time.